Hello, welcome back to AdMech II, Mechanicus II. We are playing the AdMech campaign. We are trying to expand our territory before we head out to encounter one of the final Necron Lords. Thanks for joining me. Hit like and subscribe if you love some Warhammer. Of the 40k variety, we like all the Warhammers around here. All 40,000 of them. The Super Rust Stalker gang striking again. 2 Praetorians down. And we've got a heavy hitter Castellan robot. I'm just going to walk him down there and blast everybody. Mark the targets. Blast the targets. And then run away. The Rust Stalker Princeps. Can we get there? I think we might be able to. No. It's a shame. But now we can. Giving them no option but to run. Praetorian coming down hard. No damage. 2 damage. God damn it, stream issues. Had 2 today. 1 second. There we go. We're not having luck today. So that first few fights. What are we? 2 minutes in. That's not too bad. Lucky I checked. Thank you for that. Some days you just have them, you know?
I detect the data scent of the prey.
Yeah. It's because I had it set to another game. Capture. I forgot to change it back to Mechanicus. Amateur. Shameful display. Yeah, just play for an hour with a black screen and not realize. Real good game, bro. Well, I got some trimming to do after this. Take those first 2 minutes out. Welcome to Mechanicus II. We're playing the AdMech campaign. We are taking territory. This is Captrix and her gang of Rust Stalkers. They've already annihilated everyone. We totally didn't have a stream issue, and I totally didn't edit this video after the fact. Victory. Captrix's gang is just monsterish. Like, we humbled the last 2 fights we did with her. Decrease the vigilance. And that, because she's able to manipulate vigilance and make battles easier for herself, it's just, you get compounding results. So 0 vigilance, there'll be like no bad guys in the next mission. If we cannot rely on the anointed gaze of the Omnispecs, we are half blind. If this is a malfunction, you must resolve it. If it is not, then our enemies go unseen, and you must resolve that too. I think I've had a similar one before. We did this here, and we found out it had demons in it. Let's go with low. Let's do a tech vivisection. Machine spirit placation rituals recommended. Sacred conductive incense. Martian steel wire clippers unavailable.
The scanners are undamaged, and their data buffers exhibit nothing unusual. Moreover, such a hasty procedure is apt to anger the spirits of the intervention clade's equipment. Remember, honor the machine in all things.
Okay, everyone's got 0 defense. That was a bad one. We don't need defense where we're going. Welcome to the jungle. They got Praetorians and flayers everywhere. We can't get to them on the first turn, and from experience... Oh, yes, we can. We've got a flank spawn. I'm not even scared of Necrons anymore. The first time we fought Praetorians, they punched our heads in. But we have turned the tables. The blender build with some fire support for good measure. We actually want the guy with the Omni specs on the field for the extra cog. And I think that should do it. We'll send Captrix over this side here. There are 5 enemies. We might lose one. Unless we get a dodge. Unless we get a dodge. No, he doesn't have a pistol with that giant spear. That works out perfectly. I got some living metal lust. I want to destroy them bad.
Lying in wait.
I don't want to expose the boss just yet. She's got rush now as well. So if mobility is an issue, just make her faster. We'll get the Princeps to start the fight. Where is he or she?
Patience.
Oh, it's the one that got attacked. Okay. We shouldn't use this person because they are blocked. So we'll use their offsider.
Acquiring targets.
I think we might get into combat with this one first. Oh, we should have got into range. Damn. Wasted move. Now they're going to shoot us. This Praetorian is going next, so he will be next to die.
Ready.
Nailed them. I think that's the end of that situation.
Following the successful execution of your objectives, strategic calculations have been dramatically revised.
Send it.
I need to get Ro up some levels before we take on more critical missions. He's a little bit behind the other two. Videx we can't really make use of. He's bugged. His main skill doesn't work. And you can't change it to something else. So I'm just not going to play with him. And when it's fixed, then I will give his build a shot. Scaevola has fallen behind as well.
Responding.
She's 11. Rose 17. Kepra's 24. Captrix is 24, yes. So we want Ro to go on the next mission.
Fascinating.
Is insufficient. Additional dendrites required. One step closer to the machine.
Unknown enemy units. Let's take more Capators. We'll take a Skitari Marshal. So these rangers will be really powerful. They've got... Each time they use a canticle, they do more damage, and they have +1 range to all squad members. I think that if a lord specializes in something, they should have at least one of their specialist units available. There shouldn't ever be a time where Ro can't bring in a Cataphren Destroyer or a Castellan Robot. At least one. And I'm sure it's the same with Videx. Like, if you're trying to use him and you don't get any Electro Priests, like, that would kind of suck.
Late is underway.
Captrix is okay because you've got, like, 4 chances to get a unit of hers with Sicarians. There's 2 Infiltrators and 2 Rust Stalkers, so it's not as bad. He would be stuck that way. So we'll just put him here. Ready, fight. Necron warriors. One of those Mancer guys. Technomancer in this case. Send in the servitors. The meat wave is committed. Stacking the opportunity attacks to take it down.
Transmitting.
Let's just chop down the cover. Taunt all the Xenos. Stack defense onto him. This is going to hurt the servitor, but I don't mind. Now, our Skitarii Marshals have a new set of skills here. Grant focused, defended, or accelerated to an allied unit. You haven't missed much. We've just done one small battle to expand our territory, and now we're doing another to expand our territory. I'm trying to train up the Tech Marine row before we go in to fight one of the next Necron lords. And welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Receiving.
Provoke them again. Stack on that armor. Okay, that worked. Let's get this flare. I should have moved first. We might lose this guy. No, he survived. It's only a scratch. Max damage roll, taking down the last Necron. We don't have any servitors left. We've got 3, but those other ones got chewed up pretty bad. With plenty of requisition, I've been very, very economical with my deployments. Remote data union ineffective. Possible contamination. Awaiting orders. Attempt to remotely connect to the servo skull and acquire any information remaining in its data medium. Or sanitize. Destroy the servo skull in an act of preventative decommissioning. Let's harvest it. Remote mantra received. Successful local topographical and meteorological information harvested. Quarantine data logs suggest info contamination.
Useful information for the mission at hand. But this device may yet harbor danger. It is good that you avoided any physical interface.
Extra cog. Bleak be the prospects when the black wind of heresy blows. Let's have some throwaway servitors because they have last strike. That's asking for trouble. I just know that the Praetorian's got to jump right in between and try and hit as many as he can. Let's just stay in a block. Going for the Ranger Alpha. And they're just going to keep pouring in. Unless we go and annoy them with servitors. Come over here. No, go over there. Go to the one on the right. No. Defense is probably more useful. Let's give it to the ranger. They still chose. There, they've learned. Don't fall for my servitor wave. Death strike, putting a bit of damage out.
Transmit.
We offered too much of a target here for them to care about my servitors. We're surrounded, boss. They just keep coming. Skitari Marshal is down.
Labor's underway.
Hey, come over here. There is still one that could jump. Let's go and try and lock him down. He's about to jump. Couple of dodges. That's what we need. Okay, we've got the next 3 turns. But we have them right where we want them.
Processing.
Taunt them all. Try and get through us now. I think they've actually got defense down, so that's going to do nothing. Let's just spawn in servitors.
Communications open.
We could stack more armor at least. And he's got aggressive defense, so he should strike out at them. No, they're gonna chop us. They can't move, I think. They've used their jump jet, and they're provoked, and they can't get to him. So yeah, that works. Provoking all the attacks of opportunity. I really like Ro. Really like them. He's all about servitors and taunting and tanking, and then delivering massive damage when he's charged up. His servitors are better than most. And when you can bring robots, his Castellan robots are pretty good too. He can't repair them, but if they fall down in battle, they've got a 40% chance to come back after the battle. So in a multi-mission, it's quite useful. But his army heals him using a thing called Data Quire. And then for each Data Quire you use, he gets a stack which charges his other abilities. So I'm working on leveling him up to be on par with Captrix and Kepra.
Following the successful execution of your objectives, strategic calculation
Have been dramatically revised. He can heal himself if you take that way, or he can damage enemies around him just by existing. With that one, is what we chose. We can deal damage in a bigger aura, specifically a chant. Or we can set up a barrier that blocks shots up to a certain damage. So, and that would protect the units around him as well. And then, yes, he can heal servitors with this skill. Grant accelerated and restore 1 HP to Ro and each allied servitor, Cataphrone Destroyer, and Castellan robot. And the more stacks he has of Data Quire, the more HP they would restore. So yes, he can fix all his robots. I'm going to take this damage aura and see how it goes. And then we might test the damage reduction aura. Let's unlock these protocols for our Castellan robots. And increase how many servitors we can bring.
Itari Command Doctrina effective.
Some archaeotech needs scavenging.
Calibrating orders.
The next territory expansion, we will take Kepra.
Patience.
No, actually, screw it. Captrix. More fragments. Rust Stalkers. Yeah, I've had them for a while. Been using them with Captrix. She buffs them so to levels unheard of. They're crazy good. Let's bring a Castellan robot for firepower. Let's bring a Marshal. No, we can't. Let's bring... Ooh, these guys are high defense, high range rangers. Let's take them. I haven't really used the Electro Priests because Videx for me I haven't bothered to play with, and I could bring them, but when I have brought them they're just army fillers. They've got a cool feature where they come back to life for one round after being killed. Yeah, one more chance to do some good. Let's see if we can recreate the insanity we had before.
Stalker Doctrina in effect.
No, they don't stun. They've got like chain lightning and things like that. They just hit really hard. Or at least I haven't seen them stun anyone.
Lying in wait.
Captrix can go ethereal. It's pretty cool. We don't have melee with this one, so we don't need to use Conqueror Protocol. Energized is for ranged. Let's try this one. Say hello to our humongous friend. They also reflect damage when shot at. Not quite enough to kill it. Let's go away from it. No, I like Rust Stalkers with Captrix better than Servitors. Servitors are great for just drawing aggro and earning cognition when they get mauled. Here's a Rust Stalker now, about to do their thing. The Rust Stalker Princeps, even better version. That has armor piercing. It really depends. The Castellans have two modes. One's melee and a flamethrower. The other one is shoot 4 times. But the destroyers have 2 weapons and 2 variants. One has a massive area of effect, like huge. Like I'm talking this big, and you could just destroy like everything. They live up to their name. And then the other weapon they have is like a grav beam with a smaller area of effect, but it locks down units so they can't move. So it's not a case of really of what's better. Every piece seems to have its own use. And that makes it really feel like battle chess. And I like that. And then depending on how the squad, because all the squads are randomized, within reason, like their veterancy and their loadouts and what their officer can offer. So yeah, I really like it. So the Princeps is the officer for the Rust Stalkers, and they offer healing after the battle.
I detect the data scent of the prey.
Let's get Captrix in there to do some mauls. I haven't used this skill yet. Inflict Exposed, which we just did. Bring down the vigilance meter while we have some cognition.
Optimized.
And it also, depending on how you build your lords, you can make certain units way better than they would be otherwise in other situations. So, like for instance, the Rust Stalkers are nearly 3 times as powerful as they are normally when they're with Captrix built the way I've built her. Command and response negative. Kill transmission unacknowledged. Shoot the servitor down. Shots on target.
Swift and decisive, Magos. The Necrons cannot fail to have heard the echoes of your solution, but the obstacle is definitively removed.
Precision. Okay, more Praetorians, a couple of Lich Guard, a couple of Death Marks. Let's get into it. Lich Guard instantly killed with an assassinating backstab from the Princeps Rostalker. He tries to move, and he gets cut down by an opportunity attack. Let's let the boss do some work. Captrix's Canticle lets you move without provoking an opportunity attack, and when you build it the way I have, it also lets you have a second attack. And that's why our Rust Stalkers are just blitzing through the lines. So it's like having twice as many troops on the field if you can move and attack twice. And the Rust Stalkers already have 2 attacks when they do it. But in comparison, I feel like the infiltrators are just complete crap. They're just not. They benefit the same, but they just don't have as much killing power.
Receiving. Processing.
Let's head on the critical path. Find and kill a rogue tech priest. This will unlock a new canticle for Ro.
Magus Dominus, our Skatari report we have established a foothold within the tomb of Ukensen. However, Certain variables are refusing to align with our dictated strategy.
The scariest Necron we've faced was one of the lords that was able to act every time we did. Like every time we moved a unit, he got a turn. He was the scariest so far. But the standard Necron units, the scariest we've faced would be the Praetorians, because there's heaps of them and they're just in your face all the time. And then second would be the Destroyers that are able to just cut a unit in half with one swing.
As variables often do. For what purpose is the intervention clade called upon?
A tech priest manipulus named Iconeris is reported to have abandoned her orders completely. Cognitive breakdown is suspected. She is in command of a number of valuable Cataphrone servitors, which must be returned to the fight. Furthermore, she must be prevented from doing further damage to the Skitarii efforts in the tomb.
Hexmark's Destroyers were pretty dangerous in the early game because we didn't have any way of closing the distance and killing them quickly. And we have seen, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a big destroyer with a massive cannon. And every time I've seen one, I've tried to kill it instantly, so it doesn't get a chance to fight us. But it does like 8 damage and a few other interesting perks that we haven't yet seen it do.
The temptations of the Xenos can destroy the most faithful servant of the machine god. Silva Tenebris left me with direct experience of such a tragedy. My emotional cores register regret at the memory of my apprentice, Tyresis.
There's been 3 different variants of the Destroyer. There's been 4 different variants of the Destroyer. 2 of them are ranged, 2 of them are melee focused. One has dual arm blades, so a blade on each arm. One has a giant 2-handed blade. One is a Hexmark's Destroyer with all the pistols and the disintegrator pistols. And one is like a giant sled with a huge railgun looking thing.
Cognitive analysis postulates Iconeris' behavior may stem from corrupted augmentations, Necron info hazards, neurological injury, or even mere battle trauma. Such faults are impious. If she cannot be secured for repentance and repair, you are to execute her.
So we are fighting the rogue AdMech Skitarii, Mad Dog. We want Ro to do it.
Mechanicus II.
Hey, hey. We've got both flavors of Castellan Robot, the Melee and Flamer, Close Quarters. This looks like a much better squad. Let's take the Rangers. On the trail of the rogue tech priest.
Iconeris has been reported directly fighting with forward Skitarii units. Whether she is truly insane or not, she is to be considered a hostile.
Last time we fought the rogue Skitarii from Styges 8, we used Captrix and they didn't even stand a chance. They all died in the first turn.
Our fallen Skitarii. Iconeris only left the area very recently. We must follow the trail of the dead.
They're a hybrid ranged melee unit, but I haven't found a good way to use them yet. They're get a hand grenade too, but it does very low damage.
These must be Iconaris' servitors. If she is capable of deploying them to defend herself, she cannot have completely abandoned reason. We must break through them to reach her.
Servitor swarm? Iconaris servitors are surrounding her location. Deploy the intervention clade to engage her defenders with maximum tactical efficiency. Covert advance. Topographical information updated. Multiple attack vectors calculated. Additional deployment zone.
To preserve the majority of these servitors for reprogramming and reuse, some of them will have to be destroyed. Thankfully, irony is a higher cognitive function, so at least some in the intervention clade will not be troubled.
He's telling everyone they're dumb. You might get to see what's better, a Castellan robot or a destroyer. Now, AdMech destroyers don't have close range. It's just Servitor Swarm versus Servitor Swarm. Can you feel it? Strengthened? Punchin'? Oh, and we crushed the armor too. It's not a flamethrower, but it is a combustor.
Processing.
Our own destroyer would have been great here. We could have just blown them all up. Out of range for the light weapon. It's like battle bots. Servitor Swarm just fighting each other.
One step closer to the machine.
Did it pick up 5 stacks of burning or just 1? Is that because you can use the Hunter protocol to move and strike again? When I discovered her early mid-game, I just poured all the experience onto her. I already liked her from the last game. Not that you get to use her, but I liked her character and her missions. And as soon as I discovered Kill Cycle Canticle, I was like, okay. Free attacks all around, eh? And then she's got aggressive defense for her whole army. She's great. Kepra's certainly a very good early to mid game because she can leverage all the extra deployment. Take a step back, we can take a hit from a servitor. They're all mine, are they? Yes. Their only problem is they do not feed you any form of cognition. Otherwise, they're great. Just one of those things, man. It was like after you guys jumped off the other stream, it was fine. No more complaints. I honestly think it was a YouTube thing, probably feeding to you guys. Up there. In Mordor.
The Omnissiah sends their executioner at last. Of course, it would be the forces of the vaunted Magos Dominus Faustinius. Are you here to offer me the mercy of a quick death?
The Omnissiah believe you're acting out of madness, but I know better. I have already encountered others like you on this planet. Stygians who seek to avoid the notice of Mars' authority and pursue goals of their own. What are you seeking down here, Manipulus? What motivated you to abandon your orders and risk exposing your allegiance?
We were already exposed. Your own forces had identified and eliminated one of our frontline cells. I knew I had limited time before the Omnissiah began purging us systematically. But the wretched standstill of this tomb siege sabotaged all my efforts to escape.
Your own paranoia sabotaged your efforts, Magos. Until you fled, none suspected your true purpose on this world.
Then I gave the Omnissiah far too much credit. And you will never know my purpose, Martian, because one of us will die down here.
It's certainly not going to be me. You're about to eat Tech Marine Axe. Kill everything. I like that kind of objective.
Limbs insufficient. Additional mega-dendrites required.
Did I lose a robot? Oh, that's right, I sacrificed it. Yes, the power creeps up on you in this game. It's like, yeah, you've got all these bits and pieces that you're like, oh, that's okay, I get an extra, you know, point of damage, you know, whatever. But then, yeah, like you said, you start noticing the synergies that you can build with the troops, with their veterancy, with the items they're wielding, and your own levels. And you can put together some diverse teams despite there not being much real variety in the units.
Assessing.
Alright, let's go and kill this guy and feed as much... Oh, that's the one that has the massive area of effect. I'm pretty sure. So we want to get to him and kill him ASAP. Tooltip lied. I thought it would set him on fire. Grav beam. Ooh, not great. We have no option to spread out on that one either. We just don't want that guy to do that to this blob. Where's the tech priest? Are they on the field? No.
Processing.
Is that a weapon action? No, it's a skill. Let's go. Hey, you. Shoot me next. See if he can tank this overcharge shot. He didn't use it. Okay. Let's call in another ranger.
One step closer to the machine.
So we'll axe hit this one and crush its armor. Then we shall provoke the other ones. And then stack defense. 9 stacks of defense. Excellent. Destroyer trying to get away. Falling prey to an axe strike. Poor Alpha. Yeah, I went full servitors. And a couple of robots for fire support. He's like unstoppable. We still use data quires, but it's more just to buff his defense and his ability to provoke everyone. And anyone that gets in range of him will suffer damage when they're in melee range, depending on how many quires he has. It's quite a cool little build, I think. And I just use data quires to keep him healed, basically. Aggressive defense to stop them charging forward. It's a lot of fire.
One step closer to the machine.
How many datas? We got 4. The Chant of Dissonance. Can't remember what this does. What's it do? Enemy units that end their turn within the chant area suffer 1 damage and weakened. And the data quires add more damage and 1 duration. I think we had 5. Just took 5 damage just for being near him. That's excellent.
Manipulus, your servitors are inactive. You have no viable options remaining. Submit to judgment and attain some measure of absolution.
And what are my sins? To venture out of the abyss of ignorance? We are the true followers of the Machine God. The only heresy here is permitting the alien to hoard its knowledge, afraid of what we might learn. We could remake this galaxy if fools like the Omnissiah did not deny to the human race all that begs to be discovered.
You are seduced by the false creed of the Xenorite and the heretic. Some knowledge should never be sought. Some experiments should never be conducted. This is the lesson learned from the dark age of technology, through the horrors of the age of strife. I have seen the fruits of seeking the forbidden, and they are naught but bitter poison.
Spoken like a whipped cur. Spoken like a Magos of Mars.
My emotional centers return no hope remaining for Iconeris. She has abandoned all faith and reason. Our sacred duty now is to make sure her execution is swift and decisive.
Principal target confirmed. Combat deployment undefined. Awaiting orders. Executioner. Adopt an aggressive formation and attempt to engage Iconeris in person to maximize the chance of eliminating her rapidly. Offer to spare her and enter into negotiations in the hope she will lower her guard and can be eliminated. Perfidy is a sin. Affirmation of faith. Perform a pre-battle sermon via burst data package. Exhort the intervention clade to fulfill their duty to the Omnissiah in executing the deserter. Executioner. Pain dampening, muscle output increase, cognitive focus.
Are you so enraged by the truth? You cannot deny my words, so you must silence my voice.
Strengthened and accelerated.
How many lives have been wasted to protect your blessed ignorance? How many sacrifices have been rendered meaningless by the hidebound fools you serve? If I die here, at least it will be in service to the truth. Unalloyed, unafraid.
When I played the first game, I sided with the Xenorites. So I'm trying to absolve myself. We lost the Alpha. This Skitarii Ranger will probably die on the first turn.
Lab is underway.
Knowledge for knowledge's sake. It's not always a good thing. They have strong servitors as well. The Rock'em Sock'em robots is going at it again. Jump in the middle and take his place. They don't have last strike, at least. Yes, flame us all. We want him to use the big grav cannon on a solitary servitor in the mass of their own units. Added 2 defense.
Body of iron, soul of steel.
Don't worry, we're getting rid of the heresy as much as we can. We won't use that yet. I want the data. We need the data. I'm gonna fist this servitor. Roar.
One step closer to the machine.
Let's pour fire onto this destroyer. Now I hope you just blast these guys. Please do it. Even better if you do it now.
Transmit.
Damn it. He's going last. I was hoping he would clear the path for us. Bit of overkill on a servitor, but I just wanted to get away from that blob. He did it. Thank you. We lost 2 servitors, but that's okay. Armor up.
Processing.
Looks like the same weapon that Midex has.
Transmitting.
Why can't... Oh, that's mine. The allies Or your own units need to have a different health bar color, I think. I always mistake friendlies for enemies, especially when you're fighting the same faction.
Transmit.
Save up some cog.
Assessing. Assessing. Receiving.
He wants to be like that. 7 stacks. And then activate this ability here, Chant of Dissonance, and it should just die. And defense down on all enemies.
Labor's underway.
That's annoying, can't quite kill anything.
Processing. Communications open.
It's all us now, execution time.
Receiving.
We have to make it a big one.
Assessing. Receiving.
Through defense and crushing armor, he is one tough mother.
Limbs insufficient. Additional dendrites required.
This is no victory for the Omniscient, Faustinius. You can kill me, but the truth will live on. I would have preferred to die in Stygies 8, amongst the Omnissiah's true faithful. But the ever-staring Cyclops will not blink at my death. It still gazes, even into the abyss.
Life signs, 0. Then her spirit is consigned to the motive force. As I feared, Icaneris was no victim of a malfunction, but one of the Stygian heretics. Tech Acquisitor, what are your thoughts on this development?
The heretics go beyond a single hunter glade. They have agents among the priesthood of Hecateus IV, too. Infiltrating a young Forge world so deeply indicates preparation. You will find no prior record of any agents from my homeworld achieving such a feat.
She spoke of seeking truths the cult Mechanicus rightly decrees as taboo. I have often heard such sentiments voiced by you.
My curiosity may lead me to the margins of the universal laws, but I have never been found guilty of modus unbecoming. My loyalty is a proven quantity.
Yes, her loyalty is a proven quantity that may run out.
Begos Dominus, has the renegade been deleted from the equation?
It is done. But this was no mere lunatic. Icaneris was from Styges 8. Another example of wayward personnel emanating from that world. The severity of this infiltration is worse than we first anticipated.
Probabilities permit for some contamination of our forces from elsewhere. Yet this is beyond mere happenstance. An organized deviancy in our ranks.
Styges 8's reputation is unorthodox, secretive, seeking proscribed knowledge.
Those Zedorite apostates, they seek to understand the alien, not just destroy it. An offense to piety and logic alike. But their Forge world persists in spite of such dark rumors is a stain upon us all.
All rumors aside, a subversive faction has clearly found purchase on Hecateus IV. We are not ignorant of the fact your associate, Tech Acquisitor Scaevola, is also from Styges 8.
You yourself are aware of the value of Scaevola's expertise, Magos Biologus. But if there are other Stygians on Hecateus IV, I counsel we track them down and rule out any possibility of conspiracy. That such foulness of thought can spread on this world, in the midst of a struggle against the same alien, is an offense to logic.
Root it out, bring to light, and burn. Better they're exterminated than risk their blasphemy.
If it comes to that, the intervention clade stands ready.
The tomb of Ukansep is surrounded. Thousands of Skitari, battle servitors, Archaeopter airstrikes. But progress is slow. At this rate, eons-long tectonic activity will unearth the tomb's lower levels before our excavation engines do.
If Ukansep escapes, thousands more will be lost in hunting it down again.
Analysis indicates excavation engine activity is impeded by artificially induced seismic response. Localized earthquakes damage engines, threaten to destroy. Origin points triangulated, upper levels of tomb, Location fought over by forward Skitarii elements. Posit single device generating seismic waves. Solution? Device must be destroyed.
Prefect Ordnance Row. Combat demolitions have become a speciality of yours. Can it be achieved inside a Necron tomb? Beyond Skitarii lines?
All is possible. Much is unlikely.
We haven't seen much from Ro actually speaking or participating in the conversations.
Oversee demolition of target device. Follow the spearhead assaulted to the tomb. Effect destruction of Xenotech seismic generator.
Siege breacher servitors and sanctioned explosive competent menials required.
Granted. Submit effectiveness projection.
Within acceptable probability range.
Sufficient.
Acknowledged.
Depart.
It's like two modems talking to each other.
Obeying.
Omnissiah be your guide, Prefect Ordnance.
Tomb outside Ex Veritas is awakened again.
Transmitting.
Let's take more territory.
Networking.
Alright, the Chop Chop squad are here. And they brought some Chop Chop as well. Fakon. There's your battle servitors, ready to rumble.
I detect the data ready. Patience.
Chop Chop squad, hello. Unimpressed. Necron Lord instantly banished. We'll feed a servitor to that destroyer. Blocks the path. The destroyer is going next. So we'll kill the immortal. Maybe not. Guess we can. Charge them.
Call the hunt.
It's doing the loop thing again. Yeah, I've got no alerts. I've got no lost packets. Everything seems alright. It's one of the ghosts in the machine trying to stop me from winning. Apparently we can go ethereal. It lasts for one turn? Let's try it. I've never used it. That gets us past.
Ready. Call the hunt.
And then we can scout for free with Captrix, so we can just go down to zero vigilance again. Database retrieval. Confirm match reporting name Night Scythe. Xenos Fighter Transspatial Transport Craft. Operational Doctrina recommend caution. No, we're not going to connect to the alien spirit. Just demolish it. Detonation in a few seconds. Night Scythe confirmed reduced to structural non-coherence. Here's that destroyer I was telling you about, ALV. The Locust Heavy Destroyer. We try to kill these in the first turn. We don't want them acting at all.
I detect the data scent of the prey.
Lich Guard just getting wrecked every time we face them.
Ready.
Go away. We'll fight you in a minute.
Stalker Doctrina in effect.
This skill doesn't seem to work with Captrix, Rush. Or maybe you have to use it before you move. But that one's going. Too easy. To turn it up next time I play, I think.
Following the successful execution of your objectives, strategic calculations have been dramatically revised.
Receiving. Combat operation concluded in the tomb of Ukinsep. Principal objective of combat demolitions achieved. Secondary objectives of establishing forward footholds, fortifying supply lines, and minimizing casualties failed.
Can you verify the destruction of Ukensep's seismic device?
Confirmed. Frag drills report rapid advancement. Further tomb sectors unearthed. Skitari advancing. Destroyer unit contact increasing.
I'm just playing it on normal because I didn't know what the game was going to entail or how long it was going to be. But next time I play it, I'll definitely be turning the difficulty up.
Then Ukensep's hiding place is becoming less secure by the moment. Good work, Prefect Ordnant.
Okay, critical path mission. Let's take it. Ro has a point to spend. 3 points to spend. We might take the Chant of Resonance and have a look at how that damage reduction plays out. Requisition's not really a big issue for us, we've got heaps of it. Harmonic feedback. After killing a unit with provoked, gain a data acquire. Inflict exposed on enemy units in the target area. So that would synergize well with this one here with this one here. And then heal all his servitors. Okay. Uconcept sarcophagus chamber. Eliminate the Neolarch.
Intel divinations have granted us an epiphany. The optimal time for a strike against Uconcept has arrived. The destroyers defending the Neolarch are pushed back, and the Skitarii have advanced close to the sarcophagus chamber. Then we must press home this advantage. Many Skitarii were lost in attaining it. The intervention played is blessed with the honor of breaching the chamber and eliminating Uconcept. Your troop's specialisms and experience will be essential in negotiating the potential dangers of the tomb and executing the destruction of the Xenos. The objective is to eliminate Uconcept and confirm its demise. The Nihilarch's fall could be the most crucial turning point in this entire war. It shall be done, Dogmatis Prime.
Okay, we've got a Cataphron Destroyer this time. Castellan Robot. 8 servitors this time. We might go through a few. Would a marshal be useful? I don't know. I might bring some Rust Stalkers. Seems prudent. They won't be anywhere near as good as Captrix's, but I might make use of them.
The sarcophagus chamber. Uconcept can hide no longer. Uconcept's deviant war forms. Break through them and reach the Nihilarch.
Bring it on, Ukinsep. Destroyer, destroyer, destroyer. They're gonna chew through our servitors if we let them.
Receiving.
And we got the punchy robot. And the plasma culverin robot. The one with the massive range. Just blasted those scarabs into next week and beyond. Is that all you've got? No, I can't do a double attack with this guy, so I need to be measured.
Labor's underway.
That should be enough to kill him. Oh, our own servitor punched us. Because they attack whoever kills them in melee.
Transmitting.
Well, there's no ranged units, so there's no point using Chant of Resonance. Just completely blocked it. Take that. And his damage aura effect just killing it outright. That one punched us too. Not appreciating getting killed. Sarcophagus chamber structural breach detected. Multiple entry vectors calculated.
Breach the chamber and eliminate the Xenos. The war on Hecateus IV hinges on this operation. Do not let victory elude our grasp.
A tide of filth seeps into my haven. The same filth that stains the surface of Kivroth. This originator of uncleanness, the fountain of all foulness. It is life, disordered and infectious. We have shed the ugliness of biological flesh. One world at a time, we shall make this galaxy clean. Our dream is of silence, a sterile and perfect vision. The very microbes on your noisome flesh shall know only extinction.
Why do you say that servitors need to be replaced? They're the whole hinge of this tactic. They feed Rose so much cognition, it's ridiculous. And that's what he needs it. He's very hungry for cognition and data acquire stacks. Wakey wakey. Hands off metallic snakey. Oh yeah, they're angry at us. They're faulty. I do like that those sort of perks affect you whether you're friendly or not. The same happens for one of Kepra's skills. Her servo skull can zap people that aren't connected, but that also includes your allies.
Even logic recoils before the alien's blasphemy. Destroy this abomination!
Imagine, let's try and make it a reality, hey? Destroyer. We've got help here from Faustinius. We'll just go all in on servitors. I'll maybe leave one away so I can bring out the Castellan robot.
In preparedness.
You just put them in really inconvenient places, like here. This guy might slam our servitors though. Multiple attacks.
Calculating.
Oh, you got some new skills there, Faustinius. What have you got? Dominus Spatial Alternator. Destroy all Necron units undergoing reanimation and inflict immobilized on all enemy units. Wow. Okay. Invocation of Machine Vengeance, that's Captrix's skill. He's got all the hero skills. Litany of Ancient Matrix is Scavola's. Incantation of the Iron Soul is Videx's. Data Curse is Scavola's. Let's make it a strong servitor. Oh, it's everyone. Oh, it's even better. You've leveled up since we last used you, my friend. It's a Satan god. Catan. No thanks. Oh, it's summon. Bring it. We've got defense against your alien ways. Okay, they all blew up. The boss got really tough. He's got like 18 HP as well. Out of range for the punch, but we can set him on fire. Just a few. Just a few more needed. If I can just feed him data quires for a couple of turns, I'll just go up and slap her in one turn. Not even a scratch. We're going to overcharge our cognition in a minute. Strongest servitors you ever did see.
Labor's underway. Body of iron, soul of steel.
She goes next. Took down her own unit. Took down our servitor who had a swing at her before he succumbed to his grievous wounds.
Transmitting.
We have armor crush, so we want to get close. not enough damage. You ordered more servitors. We have one left. Rose Aura killing off this last Flayer. Every time we activate it, anything in melee damage takes damage.
For the Omnissiah!
Oh, it's a ritual. Takes 1 turn to cast. We don't need that. I don't think she can get past to get Faustinius, but let's immobilize her anyway. How many stacks? We have 13 data quires. If we use this, it should be about 15 damage. Okay, or not. Didn't add any damage. Oh no. I think the range dictates the damage. And I think I've said that before. It's all coming back to me. Right, this Princeps is going next. Then the Hexmark Destroyer. Servitors are OP, please nerf. Not. That's enjoyable, I like it. Slowly they fall. Hold the line. And now just keep feeding this ritual and it will slowly bleed their health.
Ready?
We don't care about your damage. Take that.
The foulness rises all about me. I cannot fall. I will not drown in this tide of filth.
Ro killed her in his off turn. I think we did 18 damage just with the aura. Localized space-time collapse. Dimensional breach imminent. She's doing the predator trick, is she? Blowing up.
A teleportation device! Do not let it escape!
Oh no, just running.
When next I walk our world, it will be to purify it with your extinction.
Humbling experience for that Destroyer Lord. Xenos energy signature absent.
It fled. Their kind is arrogant and despise the concept of defeat at human hands. Yet this one was prepared for its defeat. Was it anticipating another foe? The Omnissiah will demand answers, but I have few for them. Except that we have the Nihilarch on the run. Return to its Veritas and expect to be sent after Ukanset again. And soon.
You are approaching the final stage of the campaign. This is your last opportunity to complete optional missions and secure additional upgrades. Once you begin the next mission, there will be no turning back. But how long is the mission?
Situation hostile. Calibrating orders.
Well, like,
Ready.
Kepra can't upgrade unless we just want to upgrade a Medicae, but we haven't used it, so no point really.
Wiring targets.
Captrix is in the same boat. In terms of upgrades, we've got heaps we can spend. Start with extra cognition. Increase deployment cap. Alright, I think we might leave it there for tonight. And tomorrow night will be the ultimate finale to the Mechanicus campaign. We will grind out the last of these upgrade points, just to make sure that we're being completionists and getting the achievements. And then we will start the very last mission, Contingency Plan. Thank you very much for watching tonight. We've had 2 streams, so this one's a little bit shorter. The other one was Corsair Cove, which is a new demo. If you didn't watch that stream, check it out. It was lots of fun. Vertical City Builder. Anyway, we'll see you back here on Hecateus 4 tomorrow night. Until then, Commander Tyrael out. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to play the Necron campaign too. Just to answer your question there, ALV. We'll see you tomorrow. Just to answer your question there, ALV. We'll see you tomorrow.